Welcome to Catalyst. It is a Wednesday evening, albeit mild for this time of year here in Chicagoland. But we know there are areas out and about that are colder and damper than here. That's why we light this candle every Wednesday night to support you. We are here to listen, to learn, and to support. Hello, replay viewers, for our friends over here on HAPS, as well as our friends over on Twitch, as well as on Twitter Live and YouTube, making our YouTube debut this evening. Make sure that you are subscribing and sponsoring and following me on all of the social medias, including the likes of my BioLink tree, which is found up on my JS Scope Twitter account here on a Wednesday night. And as one door closes, another one opens. But don't ever forget those who got you to where you are today. You have to remember that, guys. And the opportunity, hey, what's up, Blaine? Big ups to Blaine for making the plunge over there to Twitch. Make sure you are following him and subscribing to him at Blaine_weirdo. You're the first one I see in here on my broadcast. There are 164 lurkers. Hey, what's up, Tana? How are you? We have 2 people from Utah in the room. Look at that. At least 2 people who are at least not afraid to step up and speak up. Welcome to Catalyst, everybody. Blaine is over on Twitch, so make sure you check him out. And of course, Tana, aka Love Squirts, also in Utah, by the way, where it's been super warm. Hey, Cher, how are you? Everyone's over on Twitch. Tana's here on HAPS, and we're on YouTube tonight. My handle over there is Jim in Chicagoland on both on Twitch as well as on YouTube. Yeah, so we're making some progress. And also big ups to Steve over at Newly. Yes, I had an opportunity to speak with Steve tonight over on Newly. Newly is an app that looks darn frighteningly identical to Periscope. Yes, I kid you not. I don't know, because I think it's because of the fact that you can do landscape mode. Instead of doing this 2x3, which is, it looks like the old, the old school portrait mode. This is actually a 2x3 according to Drew. You can do landscape, and you can do more things over there on Twitch and everything. What is going on, Buck? How are you, my friend? Newly, Neuwly. Download the app. It just switched over from beta to a regular app about 3 months ago. I met with the co-founder this evening and learned a little bit more. Never heard about Clapper, but Newly is one that I'm going to be experimenting with. I downloaded the app. It's for iOS, for iPhones for now. Ultimately, it will be available for Android and for desktops, and it will integrate easily with Restream, which I'm using. Not yet. I'm not using Restream yet, but I do have Restream. I'm playing with it on the side behind the scenes here. Buck, how have you been, my friend? And what's going on, Cher? Good seeing you. Clap on, clap off. Hey, Bernie, over there in Australia. Hope you and Vanita are doing fantabulous, my friend. What is going on? Hey, Sue in Canada. How are you, my friend? I was just talking about Lethbridge, Alberta. Yes. Hey, Derek. What's going on, man? Yeah, the app. I'll show you the app really quick. Hold on. It's going to take a second for the my camera to focus, because we're going from a candle to this here. Here we go. Right there. It's this one over here. It looks like a buffalo. See it on the left? It's called. Wait for it to focus. Give me about 5 seconds. Just hang out eating pumpkin pie. God, that sounds so good. And it is super summer over there in beautiful Australia. Yeah, it's called Newly, Neuwly. I spoke with Steve, the co-founder, over in Lethbridge, Alberta, this evening, and the app looks frighteningly like Periscope. Let me see if I can open it up really quick here. Here we go. So check it out. It looks kind of has that, that Periscope feel to it and everything. So it's pretty cool, but it's still in the works. So I'm gonna probably give it a test drive. Hey, what's going on there, Black Eyed Dog? How are you, my friend? What is going on? Hope you're doing well. And Bernie says it's hot as summer has arrived. And how have you been, Tana? Tana, I miss you. It's great seeing you. Sue, how are you doing? Derek over there in beautiful Iowa. He is dancing in the streets in Iowa, knowing that the Cubs signed Stroman to a 3-year contract. Yeah, how have you been? I like the Periscope field. Me too, Tana. Yeah, Lethbridge is about 5 hours south of you. Wow, so you are pretty far north up there, Sue, aren't you? Yeah, because Lethbridge, I think, is like, what, like an hour and a half north of Montana, if I'm not mistaken. Great seeing you, Tana. I miss you. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you're getting a chance to relax and everything like that. And everyone say hi to each other. This is the place where we meet every Wednesday night. Turn off the television, mute that news feed, unwind and relax, and just look deep into this candle and make it feel good tonight. Yeah, the lockout's happening at midnight tonight. Yeah, unfortunately. You always can count on Rob Manfred to shut everything down and make life miserable for everybody. I had some really good times on Periscope. Me too. Me too. The co-founder of Newly was telling me that he's trying to recreate the Periscope vibe as best as possible. I also want to give shouts also to another app, Heckle. My good friend Simon, Simon Pickup, if you remember. I met Simon a long time ago. Not in person, but like I met him through Periscope like 5 or 6 years ago when he was on Ron Waxman's broadcasts way back. And Simon was always on there and saying hi to everyone and being super, super, super supportive on here. Sherry will not mute her Hallmark channel, which is understandable. You and Pete in Florida and your continuous live footage of Christmas videos and Christmas movies. The lockout is for Major League Baseball, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. And Periscope was a lot of fun. And I think what Newly is trying to do is Newly, it's spelled Neuwly. Let me spell it out for you. Hold on. Hold on. I should have done this right at the beginning. Essentially, what we're looking at, guys, is and it's for if it's for iPhone, so you can't use it for your desktop. Let's see if this works. Here, here. Is that backwards or is that? Can you read that? It looks backwards on my screen, but is it forward on your screen? Neuwly. So try that app. Hey, Rom, what's going on, sir? How are you, bud? What's happening? I loved Periscope, spent a lot of times there years ago, too. Me, too. Yeah, as a matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do next week. Next week is next week's the 9th, I think. Next week or the week after, I think it was my last day on Periscope, actually it's December 16th. So 2 weeks from tonight, or 2 weeks from tomorrow night, rather, or we'll call it December 15th. It was my last broadcast on Periscope before it was the Golden Squirrel Awards. We celebrated the best, viewers and broadcasters on Periscope. And then I said goodbye to Periscope and I went over to Haps. Jay Forsyth, how are you? What's going on? Everyone, please say hi to my good friend down in Florida, Mr. Jay Forsyth. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am on my Twitter account, JS Scope. I will remind you guys that that we are going to be showing you all like beginning like the week of the 20th. Like my Christmas present, my holiday present to you is I'm going to retweet all 5 Golden Squirrel Awards that I've done. And there will be some presenters that you have not seen in years. And it's so amazing. Jay, how are you, my friend? What is going on? Yeah, I loved Periscope. I mean, if it wasn't for Periscope, guys, let's face it, we wouldn't have not met one another, you know? And I know, people have tried to make us let go of Periscope and to move on, but unless you are a regular diehard viewer or a broadcaster, you'll never understand what that meant to us. And I'm going to bring out next week, I'm going to bring out my Periscope t-shirt, my hat, my Periscope socks, my Periscope pin, and I'm kicking myself for throwing away my broken Periscope mug. The Periscope mug broke. I know it should have been the Golden Squirt Awards. We can still do that, Tana, because the squirrel was kind of tied in with Periscope. But Tana, what would we have for a trophy? Would it be like a lemon? You squeeze that lemon, squirt the lemon. Bernie's Tigers, sending love from Twitch as well. Hey, Bernie, I see you over there on Twitch. What is going on? Yes, Periscope will always have a special place in my heart. Yeah, me too. Me too. So we're going to, instead of eulogizing Periscope during the holidays, we are going to celebrate it by bringing you all 5 original Golden Squirrel Awards. I will RT those and tweet out the link so you could watch everything in their glory. And if trust me, the early 2016 Golden Squirrel Awards were so bad. They were so bad. Yes, so it'd be so Jay Forsyth, he's the one that gave me the actual Golden Squirrel Award. We'll have to have Jay or Tana create some kind of a lemon of some kind. We call it the Golden Squirt Award. I know, Sherry, but you know what made it really fun is having the community in there. Just seeing, I mean, remember all the bubbles that were on those broadcasts? Just seeing all those bubbles. I saw like 200 bubbles of people I knew. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. Jeff the Drunk was one of your first people you saw on Scope. Let me throw this question at you guys. Tell me, do you remember the very first Scoper that you saw on Periscope? What was like one of the very first broadcasts that you guys saw? Derek saw Jeff the Drunk. Hey, have another Budweiser. I'm Jeff the Drunk. From Howard Stern. He was hysterical. I loved him. So that's what we're going to do. I will retweet. I will show you some of those old Periscope broadcasts. Mary, how are you? Everyone's saying Mary, everybody. Dude, being on your own show is so fun. Oh my God, Tana, it was fun having you and Mike on Catalyst. And Sock Hop, oh my God. Remember seeing Sock Hop during those early days of Scope? Those were fun. I loved watching Sock Hop. And we had Sock Hop on my JS Live Talk and Variety program. We had Sock Hop, Foamy Homie, and KC as our guests that night. It was so out there. And then later on we had whatchamacallit from Minnesota jump on with us too. So we had KC, we had not Ava, what was her name up there in Minnesota? She had 3 letters. I forgot her name. Crap. But we had Sock Hop, we had Foamy Homie, we had the puppets, and then we had KC. It was it was a different show. Good seeing you, Mary. Everyone say hi to my Celtic Mary, everybody. Yeah, so tell us your first Scoper that you guys saw on Periscope. First one I saw was a reporter from The Guardian covering the looting over in Baltimore, Maryland, back in 2015. I think I have screenshots of it still. It was April 29th, 2015 was the first time I was watching Scope. Doug and Allie were some of the first ones you saw on Periscope, along with Amberlynn Music. Yes, Amberlynn was always on performing live, of course. Sue says, first Periscope person I saw was a dude in New York from the theater. Interesting. So that's cool. So it's kind of like something from Broadway or something, huh? That's pretty cool. Do you remember the Traveling Piano Show? You know what? That sounds vaguely familiar, Cher. Vaguely familiar. His show would crash at 2,000 people because Periscope couldn't handle that number of people on the broadcasts. Wow, that was wild. Those were like very vintage, old school Periscope broadcasters. Hello, Louise Poppy. That's another one of the very first people who I saw broadcasting live was Louise Poppy back in 2015. Hello, Louise. How are you? Welcome to Catalysts, our nice warm candle where we mute the TV, we kill the news feeds, and we look deep into this candle and we communicate with each other and support one another. How are you, Louise? Great seeing you. Mary doesn't remember. Lenny's in here. Say hello to Lenny, the pride and joy of Boston, Massachusetts. How are you, Lenny? Lenny is savoring and enjoying her New England Patriots on top of the AFC Eastern Division. Yes, Louise, still at Gym in Chicagoland. I hope you're doing well. Everyone, make sure you are following Luis Papi on all social media platforms. Great seeing you. Yes, Luis, do you remember the first broadcaster you saw on Periscope back in the days? Lenny, tell me yours too. Jay Forsyth tells us Bob the Cat Dishwasher Disco. Don't remember that one. Yes, Mac Jones is starting to gel really well with Kendrick Bourne and his other receivers over there in New England, in Boston. Or the lady who danced in front of her car in New York. Oh, um, there was the one I was thinking of was the lady that danced in front of her car in Boston. That was, what was her name? Oh, crumb. Hey, Lorenzo, how are you? I wish this was a campfire. It's about 45 degrees outside in Chicago. So we put away the fire pit for the winter. No snow on the ground yet here in Chicago. Uh, but I'm happy to report that we have this nice new candle. This is our holiday candle. This is right in time for the holiday season. It is a, whatchamacallit? It's a sparkling cinnamon candle for us, everybody. Not Andreas. No, hey, Ella, how are you, everyone? Say hi to the amazing My Bunny Valentine. And that is, of course, the lovely and talented Ella. It was so great seeing you on the other night, streaming and singing the night away. And yes, there's a bunny sighting right there. Woo! Everyone check out mybunnyvalentine.com. We're talking about your very first scoper that you saw broadcasting on Periscope. It goes way back. Was it Andreas? I don't remember if it was Andreas. Oh, it was Susie Berlin was the woman I was thinking of. Susie Berlin was she always was dancing in front of a car. She did her Sunday silly dance. Ella, thank you so much for the Bomb Award. And all the awards help pay for Ashley's medical cannabis bills to keep her seizure free. On my way to get Puppy Cat's food. All right, take care, Ella. Take care, my sweetheart. Take care. And make sure you check out Ella, my buddy Valentine, with the Bickersons, late night fun on Twitch and occasionally here on Haps. So make sure you check that out. Susie Berlin was super, super talented. So Luis Papi is going even further back before when I first watched my first broadcast on Periscope on April 29th of 2015. Oh my goodness, no snow on the ground in Utah either. It is wild. It is wild. You know what? Susie occasionally pops up on Twitter, but not often. Not often. Yes, it's been in the 50s. It was 50 degrees here in Chicago today. Super, 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 super unbelievably warm out, but I will take that. The surprised naked guy, but we won't talk about that freak. Well, there's always some kind of frontal something going on at some time or another. Oh, Steve from Florida, the late great Steve in Florida, who passed away back in 2018. Yeah, that was so sad. Steve from Florida was supposed to come up to the 2018 Midwest Perry meetup, and that was supposed to be Doug and Allie, Ronnie Leela, Steve from Florida, Michelle, Native Graffiti, and Ryan, Perspective 101 from Ohio. And Ronnie got her music deal. Doug and Allie had family matters to take care of. And then Steve from Florida was under the weather, and his health deteriorated quickly, unfortunately. Steve used to have the disco music in his car, this classic rock. He'd show the sunset in western Florida from his car. He'd have a sandwich and he would just hang out. I love Steve. That man was super, super, super amazing. Lenny says, I don't remember the first person who I got to know on Periscope, but I know Luis Papi was one, Susie Berlin, Lisa Sansucci, No Thieves Allowed, oh, and me. Oh, yeah, and me. Yes. But I was on after a lot of these guys. A lot of the OGs were like Joanne Pham, Sandy Choi, Greg Lopez, Susie Berlin, Luis Papi. Those were like the OGs, like the real OGs. I was called an OG. I'm like, no. Oh, I know. I know. Wasn't it great, Luis? Wasn't it amazing? Yes, Joanne was the one that got me to go live. Joanne Pham was the one who it's either you gotta, oh my God, look at all those hearts from Jay Forsyth. Look at that. Oh yes, Scope Day. Yes, who could ever forget that Scope Day? That was super, super fun. Absolutely. I know. I know. That was some pretty that was such a fun part to be of that honor. And this funny guy was giving out the stupid Golden Squirrel Awards. Of course, it's December. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention about Newly, this is, I know Luis and all of you guys, I was talking about Newly, Neuwly. Newly is this new app that has, you can tap on the screen again. If you have an iPhone and you're on a broadcast, you can tap the heart, and there's hearts that pop up just like Periscope used to. It is frighteningly identical, Tana, on that Newly app, so check it out. I'm going to go on live, and I'm kind of their guinea pig. It's not beta, it's a live app now. It's on the Apple Store. It's not available yet for your desktop, and it's not available for Android yet, but it's working on it. No, I'm going to go live on it pretty soon, Luis. I talked with Steve, the co-founder of Newly tonight, and I'm going to start plugging the daylights out of it. You can tap to get hearts. You can do free broadcasts. You can do pay broadcasts for content. So far it's pretty good. Not yet, But like I said, you do not miss tapping on the screen for hearts at all. You don't have to though, Lenny. That's an option. For months on Haps, I would have a nervous mannerism of tapping my screen on Haps, and nothing happened. Jay says, I remember when Howie Mandel read my comment. Remember when Howie Mandel was on all the time, and so was Ice Cube, and who else used to be on, like celebrities on Haps? I'm trying to think of the other guy that used to be on. From The Office, the British Office. He was on too, as well. In 1960s, when I lived on the west side of Chicago, it was always snowing. The blizzard of 67. Yes, Lorenzo, that was the blizzard of 67, January 25th and 26th of 1967. 27 inches of snow landed on Chicago. You could walk on rooftops of cars, and you walked over a convertible, and then the roof caved in on you. Yikes. Yeah, it's called Newly. Ricky Gervais. Thank you so much, Lenny. Hey, Emmanuel. I know you're in Haps. Emmanuel, it's okay. I'm also on Twitch, and I'm over on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter live tonight. Yeah, the app is called Newly, Neuwly. It has like if I can recreate this. Where's my phone? Where's my breakfast? The logo of the app, the user interface looks like this. Hey, Roberta, how are you? There's what the user interface looks like. So it's pretty cool. It's very clear. The image is, the quality is just unsurpassed, and they have their own individual stuff. Oh, Cube's on Haps? Really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Cube, I can't believe, whatchamacallit, America's Most Wanted is now over 30 years old. That album came out on Halloween in 1991. Cher says, remember tapping and tapping to see how many hearts you get. Remember when you used to only tap up to 500 hearts? After 500 hearts, you had to jump out and then come back in again. Remember those days? Those were super fun. Cher says, I remember tapping and tapping and tapping, and then Ice Cube's on Haps. Oh, Roberta's in here. Everyone say hi to the amazing and spectacular Roberta. I remember the Choi, Ron Waxman. Oh, yeah, Amrit. Amrit Singh, multiple Golden Squirrel winner, Joanne Pham, all the special TV program names, and so many more. Yes. Yes, Roberta, thank you for sharing those amazing names and amazing memories. Everyone say hi to Roberta, everyone. You mentioned Cube was in Haps. I don't think he was. No, Cube was on Periscope way back. Cube was on Periscope. That I know for a fact because they were shooting the Barbershop 3 movie in Chicago. That I do remember. Yeah. Yeah, Newly is something I'm going to experiment with. Newly, Neuwly. That's Steve. I forgot his last name. Steve, what's his last name? He may drop in the cast later on tonight. Steve Christensen. He's over in Lethbridge, over in Alberta, Canada. I remember this dipstick with a rubber punching dummy and two mannequins in the backseat of his Prius. Quiet, Bobber! I try, Emmanuel. I try. I miss Periscope. Emmanuel? Tell everybody who some of your first broadcasters you remember on Periscope back in the days. Sonam, yes, that is correct. Yes, and she just got married to Nick. Are they moving to Ohio? Is that true? Am I going to do trivia? Not tonight. No, that's Saturday night. And we had a blast last Saturday night. We had a really good crop of people in. We were on Twitter, Twitch, and here on Haps for Saturday Night Trivia. And we will have an all new segment of music trivia as well as general knowledge trivia for you Saturday night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Sonam was awesome. I love her. I almost met her. She was in Chicago. We just couldn't connect, unfortunately. Lisa Sensucci was just in Chicago too, and I was about 40 miles from where she was in downtown, so I couldn't make it down there either. Yeah, you know what, Lenny? There's some of that toxicity I don't miss either. You know, a lot of the toxicity and the bots and all that stuff too. You wouldn't know, Emmanuel. Come on, you don't remember like the early days of Periscope, or even a couple years ago, Manuel. Don't feel like there's peer pressure on this cast. Trust me, I'm the antithesis of the. Oh, they are in Ohio, right on. So they get to go to they get to enjoy. God, there's so many good restaurants over there. I always think of Montgomery Inn for the barbecue, and of course I got to have my Skyline chili, of course. And they have Tim Hortons there too. We don't have Tim Hortons here in Chicago. Uh, and that one guy would haul out his piano all over the U.S. and play requests. I think someone else mentioned that also, and I forgot who that was. I forgot who that was, Cher. I swear I remember that. Oh, thank you, Emmanuel. I appreciate that. Well, like I said, I just try to provide counter programming for what's on TV. It seems like whenever I turn on the news channels, it's all about politics and finger pointing and opinion editorials. And I don't like listening to people talking at me. I like talking with people, and that's why I love doing this cast because you don't have to look at my face. You just look at this candle. You relax, you unwind. There's no peer pressure. It's all at ease. Oh my God, open bobs and open feet. Remember opening feet, opening bobs, and all of that. Um, Let me see. Let me read up some more comments here. You grew up in Chicago. Oh, you went to Lane Tech over on the north side. Nice, right near Hero Subs, right over there at Addison and oh crap, what was the north? Not Western. Was it Western Avenue? Addison and Western. Yeah, Hero Subs, right over there in the northwest corner. And the White Castle is over on Addison and Elston. And now Gordon Tech is now known as DePaul Prep School or something. DePaul Prep College Prep. I remember it was called Gordon Tech. Me and Jason Stolkin almost met up in Colorado, but snow prevented the meetup. Yeah, Jay is super cool. And Jay, we're gonna meet. Jason was super cool. I met him with Steph Taylor and Wolf Puppy and Lizzie and a bunch of people that were there that day. Taylor was there. It was a good time. Thank you for the one award, Roberta. I appreciate that. Jason was super cool. Jason was a good guy. As nice in person as he is on Scope. He was super cool. What's up, Mike, for reals? I see a reflection in that candle. I see that too. I'm just a glowing person, aren't I? I'm just a glowing person. Here, I can wave hi too. I'm kind of like down here probably, or make sure I'm right down there. Um, I miss Steph Taylor and all of her travels. She was amazing, and she was as cool in person as on Scope. And she's the one that coordinated that Chicago meetup about 3 years ago. Lizzie Bear was there too. Yes, Lizzie was there. She was only there for a couple of days, and then she had to go back to Vancouver. I went to the San Francisco Periscope Summit. That's one thing. I wish my daughter wasn't having seizures. Had she not been having seizures, I would have definitely been at that summit. I would have been out there. And I met Doug and Allie here in Chicago, which was supposed to be the first meetup. It was supposed to be Doug and Allie, Brian Fanzo, Dana Garrison, Chicago Dave, and I forgot a couple of others. Crap, I can't remember who else was supposed to be there in 2016. Doug and Allie had some other commitment come up. They backed out. Dana Garrison showed up. Chicago Dave showed up. Um, Brian Fanzo had to catch an early flight because something happened in his family. So it kind of broke up, but it was still a lot of fun. Gordon Tech used to be an all-boys Catholic private school. Yes, exactly, Emmanuel. And the Waveland Bowl. Yes, Waveland Bowl is also another one. I remember those days too. My daughter had a major ice skating competition in Chicago a few years back. Wow. So they have a bunch of those around here. They have ice skating rinks or like competition like in arenas like the Sears Center. They have it over at the Allstate Arena. They've got obviously the United Center. They have it over at Wintrust Arena. We have about 6 stadiums, indoor stadiums here in the area that people usually have those things at. Let's see. Ice Cube is on Haps. Interesting. I have not seen him go live. Those were the days though. Let me catch up on stuff here. Sonam was on Scope and then got married in England, and I haven't seen Sonam live stream in quite some time though. Let's catch up on some comments here. Let's see here. Ooh, yeah, I miss Chicago Dave. He was a good guy. He was super cool. He was kind of our local. He was like the ultimate tour guide of our city. He always used to do the morning herd, taking the train from the west side of the Loop to his office near downtown Chicago. Always a lot of fun. Let's see here. You can find her if you want to pay $50. I'll hold off, Lenny. It's okay. No, no. Taylor was actually very kind to me. She and I really weren't on, we didn't talk much or we didn't jump on each other's broadcasts much back in the Scope days. But then we met 18. It was a big group of us. There were like 14 of us at that meetup. And she was very, very warm and hospitable and kind. So always super cool. Asif, the last Asif. Yes, Asif was the one that helped bring everyone into Chicago. And Super Dave is super cool. I miss Dave too, but I'm so happy that Dave and Dana are together. And there was a huge meetup in San Francisco too. Yes, Chris Rossetti. Who else was out there? Trying to think. Oh, Genevieve. Wasn't Genevieve at that one too? Who else was at the one in San Francisco? Share. Those were a lot of fun. Loved, loved, loved. Ooh, hold on. Oh yeah, Tina. I love Tina. I would love to see her. I think Luis was at that meetup too. Chicago's a fun town. I love this city. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, she's kind of monetizing Lenny. Yeah, I haven't talked to Taylor since maybe a couple months before the Golden Squirrel Awards, towards the end of my stay on Periscope. Yeah, I love San Francisco, Tina. She is super, super cool. Is that Aurora where the military recruiting center is just down the road from the juvenile detention center? No, I don't think that's Aurora. I don't know if there's a military recruitment center or a juvenile detention center. All I know is that the east side of Aurora in Illinois is bad. West side is okay. I have friends out on the west side of Aurora, way out west, towards like Orchard Road, that area. Oh my God, remember Boop Fashionista Rebecca? Yes. She tweeted something somewhere. I don't know if she said she was on, or maybe it was on Instagram, but Becca was super cool. I loved Rebecca. Yeah, Boop Fashionista. She was super, super nice. Oh, Joliet. Okay, yeah, Joliet is way south of me. It's like 2 hours south of me, or an hour and a half south of me. Yeah, not exactly. That goes way back. That's way south for me, unfortunately. We had Chicago. Oh yes, it was my birthday. Yes, Louise was in town. Louise was traveling the whole country. She was in San Francisco. She went to New York. She was just all over the place, and she happened to be in Chicago for my birthday. They had a big Periscope cake. I think that was for not for me. No one knew it was my birthday till after we had the cake. I think it was for Carol Homko, or it was for Cindy. Or no, I'm sorry. It was for not Donna Mendelson. It was for somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. But we went to a rooftop party for the 40th, for my 53rd birthday. It was super fun at the Ivy Boutique that opened up that night, and we were at a rooftop bar with a bunch of couches outside and 75-degree 23°C weather, and it was still beautiful. And Luis coordinated that for us, and we had such a magnificent time. We had such great broadcasters and viewers there that night. Unforgettable. So much fun. I had a blast. Babylon Brook. Remember Babylon Brook? Yes. She's on Instagram a ton. I would have loved to have met her. She was close to being a guest on my JS Live show last spring, but she backed out. She had some private commitments going on. Don't ask me why that came to mind. My wife talked to Danica McKellar's mother. Yes, and Danica McKellar was on, and so was what's her name? Oh God, what was her name? She's a comedian, and she was on. Oh, I'll remember her name in a second. Oh, it was Esther Povitsky. Remember Esther Povitsky? Little, what do they call her? Little Esther? Little Esther was on too, and I knew her mom. I know her mom, Esther Povitsky, Little Esther. Her mom, I know very well. I worked with her for about 15 years. Um, God, Periscope Summit, that's hysterical. Well, bet that will look great on the resume. She's trying to study and be a psychologist. Hey, Lenny, here's what you do if you're a psychologist. Hey, if you're having a tough time, just jump on a pay app and have at it. Let's catch up on some comments. I watched your rooftop party laugh so hard. That was hysterical because Dana and Chris, Bugsy Cruiser, kept throwing pillows at me. They were hitting me 53 times with pillows for my birthday. Um, and I'm surprised I got home in one piece. I Ubered home that night. I think I left my car in the city and I Ubered home because we were just having a lot of libations. And I used a sick day the next day too because I was very sleepy the next day. Brooke has been going live on TikTok. Got it. Hey, Shelly, I didn't even see you sneak in here. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Welcome to Catalyst. Hello, Carlinda in Atlanta. How are you? We're talking about your favorite Periscope memories or your favorite first Periscope broadcaster that you saw ever on HAPS. Good seeing you. Lenny, I had to do that. I had to do it. Lorenzo, thank you so much for the lovers. Everybody, thank you so much for the kind awards that helps pay for Ashley's medical cannabis bills that we're paying for out of pocket. Carlina is going to be a psychologist. Yes, so everyone say hello to her new narrative. That is Carlinda, everybody. Did I get to keep the pillows? I wish. That was an unforgettable evening. I didn't want that night to end. All I remember was is when he had I think myself and Louise were the last two onto the elevator leaving that rooftop to go back downstairs to reality. Oh my God, Lenny, I couldn't help it. It was set up. Sweet P. Leslie, ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of Share the Smiles on so many wonderful apps, live streaming apps. Everyone, please say hello to the amazing and caring and loving Sweet Pea Leslie. Leslie, how are you down there in beautiful Tennessee? I hope you're having a magnificent week. Make sure you subscribe to her and follow her as well. She does Share the Smiles. She does a bunch of great things for all the live streaming communities. She's an amazing woman. Thank you so much for the Burst Award. Great seeing you, Leslie. How are you? Good seeing you, my friend. Lorenzo says, I'm not here yet. Lorenzo, it's 45 warm degrees here in Chicago. That's about, what, 8C, if I'm not mistaken? Pretty warm for this time of the year. I cannot complain one bit. Oh my God, Mike, I was getting so sick of that. Whenever you'd see featured broadcasts, you'd see the scope of alligators who ate chickens over and over and over. That was when Periscope stopped doing featured broadcasts. There were so many great people on Periscope that did featured broadcasts, Louise Poppy being one right on here. And Louise continues to take people all over New Zealand. And before COVID, she took us all over the world. Who could ever forget those magnificent Far Eastern meetups with Dave in Osaka and John Ho and Yuka and everybody over there. There was Walter and so many other great people over in southeastern Asia that used to broadcast too. Suki was over there, and I'm trying to think. Warren, remember Warren G? Not Warren G. Warren. I was thinking I was going to regulate. Sorry. Oh my God. It was a really fun time, Tana. All of the meetups I've gone to were always fun. I never had a dull moment at any meetup. Every meetup had there was something for everybody. I swear to goodness, it was such a good time. Um, let's see, the Ivy Boutique Hotel. That was the outstanding one. Oh my God, Cher, you're the first person from my YouTube account, Jim in Chicagoland. What I should do before I forget, I should share my link tree for you guys. I'm going to definitely do that for you guys here. Um, I should do that before I forget. Let me keep on reading comments here. And as I do that, whoops, I for some reason cannot do that. Whoops. For what? Oh, that's why, because I have to log out of this account. That's why. Let's go to my Jim Anthony account. There we go. Doink and doink and doink. There we go. So I'm going to put up my bio link for my link tree, and then that way you'll know you'll know where I'm on. So let me just do that and that. There we go. Oh, let's keep reading comments. Brooke is on Twitter. Okay, okay. So I saw her also on Instagram as well. Let's see. It's still share at a girl. Bugsy was there too. Yes, Chris Larson, who's over on YouTube. He's going to be over at the doing. You got to watch Bugsy Cruiser over on YouTube, guys. Tomorrow night, I think he is going to be at the Botanical Gardens in the Chicago area. Spectacular holiday light display. I mean, billions of lights. He and Pete in Florida. Pete in Florida does another. He does another guy who does amazing holiday light broadcasts down in Hallandale, Florida. So check out Pete in Florida. Check out Chris Bugsy Cruiser. Definitely an amazing broadcaster. Let's catch up on comments here. Let's see here. I'm zooming down here. Jim, I will have to resort to that if Haps goes down, but my fee will be unaffordable. Linny's going to be on pay-per-view. And Linny is keeping the Haps going here. Big ups to Linny. I'm so proud that you are going live more often. Guys, make sure you subscribe and follow Linny, because she just keeps it real and she brings in great guests and she engages in the lively art of conversation, and she'll give you voice updates as well. So Linny is like the ultimate voice fan and she loves those shows. So make sure you check her out, my friends. She is a great friend and I've known her for so many years. Shelly, I cannot wait to do another meetup. I want to get out west. If the first place I'd like to go out to would be Los Angeles. I miss Los Angeles. I didn't get a chance to see everybody out there. Like Mike Tends to Travels out there. Even in like San Francisco, I'd like to meet Tina. I'd like to meet Genevieve. I'd like to meet Quinn for the Win. I'd like to meet Super Fro. I'd like to meet him. Chris Rossetti's out there. You've got the amazing Janae, aka Sassy Nay. You got so many great people in the Bay Area. And obviously, you cannot forget. Whoop! You cannot forget Ella. I want to meet her too. Let's catch up on some comments. Ash, what's going on? Everyone, say hi to the amazing Ash Pauls up there in beautiful Canada. How are you, my friend? What is going on? Everyone, make sure you follow the amazing Ash Pauls. She does tarot card readings, and she just has such a nice voice. Ash, you have such a nice, pleasant speaking voice. Totally. Uh-oh, shh. Linny, what happens on Haps stays on Haps. I guess Jim is ignoring me. Ed, I never ignore anybody. Ed, everyone, say hi to the co-host of the J&E Spectacular. That is the man with the master plan from Westchester County. We are talking about Edward. Don't call me Hong Kong Fooey Wolf. Ed, how are you, my friend? Welcome to Catalyst here on this beautiful, unseasonably mild Wednesday evening in Chicago. 45 degrees at this hour outside. Ed will be at the Bronx Zoo on Friday and in Brooklyn on Saturday. Look at that. Duty Ron was great on Periscope and now has a great show on YouTube, Crime Time, which is great. Yeah, so check out Duty Ron. Duty Ron loves me too. Let's see. What else do I got here? Catch the comments here. Yeah, so guys, check out Ed too. Speaking of New York, Ed will be at the Bronx Zoo, and in Brooklyn, there's some super cool lights out there. Love it. I am doing awesome. I cannot complain. Great seeing you guys in here. I thought I sounded like a cranky ogre. No, you don't. No, you have a very sultry, pleasant speaking voice. It's very calming, especially like when you're on like super late at night. Ed, what's wrong? Ed, why are you crying? You're always welcome in here. Don't ever feel sad. It's all about inclusion, not exclusion. That is the important thing. Is I want everyone to feel like welcome here. We get your weather the next day here in Michigan, but you guys got snow over there, and there's no snow here in Chicago. No snow to speak of at all here. It was like 50 here today. It was super warm. Loved it. So why did you cry? Why did you cry? Oh, your dad. Yes, Ed. November 30th is a tough day for Ed. So everyone give some, yeah. Can you do prayer emojis on here or no? Or just give him, some love to Ed, everybody. Don't speak of the S word. Leslie, don't worry about it. You guys are the first ones to get all the bad storms in the. There you go. Thank you. Tim. There he is, the man with the master plan. Tim, host of the Mental Health Hour. I'm so sorry I couldn't jump on. I was meeting with Newly tonight. Newly. Yes, I was meeting with Newly. It's an app for your iPhone, and it's coming to iOS. It's going to be on Android, and it's going to be for your desktop pretty soon. So I'm going to be a guinea pig for Newly. I'm also helping Simon do a test pilot thing for Heckle, and I'm doing all my other normal stuff I do here on Haps, as well as Twitter, as well as YouTube, and those over on um, Twitter and Twitch. And Twitch. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm still going to be here, though. No mental health hour today. Gemma is out of town on assignment, so it's all right. So Tim allowed me to take over the mental health hour. I heard there was an update on Haps. You know what? I don't really see anything really new on my desktop here. December 4th is coming up. Oh my God, Ed, we love you, man. And as I've said this before, Ed, your dad may not be here physically, but there's a part of your dad in your mind and in your heart, and nobody can take that away from you, Ed. Okay? Because I lost my mom, God, November 29th, which would be, God, day before yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it literally, I lost my mother 26 years ago on Monday. Um, and there's a part of her inside of me. No one's going to take that from me. That hyper spazzy Jim that that's my mom in me. That go out and have fun. That's my mom. Everyone subscribed to Tim Conrad, and then the serious bullheaded Slovak side, and I look like my dad. I don't look 1 ounce like my mom. If you looked at my Twitter page, I had a picture of my mom up there. That was in 1995. That was the spring before she passed away, before she had her stroke. She had a stroke on November 14th of 2000. No, yeah, no. It was November 14th, 1995. She had her stroke, and then she passed away the 29th. She was in a coma for 15 days. But let's catch up on comments. Let's catch up on the comments here. Simon, I've known from Periscope, and I pray he gets the app available for Android. Yes, and Simon has done an amazing job. Simon and his wife single-handedly created this amazing app from scrap, and it's literally, it's very Periscope-esque. It's called Heckle, Heckle. I should write that one down too. So these are my new apps that I'm going to add to my link tree, my bio link tree. It's called Heckle. So those are the ones you're going to get. Heckle, 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 and Newly. Those are the two apps I've been really trying out lately. So give these a shot. Give them a shot. Like I said, they're on the App Store. I'm not sure if they work for Android yet, but they will ultimately. We have to hang in there, that's all. Let's catch up on some comments. I had one yesterday or the day before. Oh, okay. You know what? I've not looked at my phone. I have not looked at my phone yet to see if there's any new developments on my iPhone for Haps. So let's see here. Let's see. Yo Pickles! Remember Yo Pickles? Yes! Yo Pickles was on a ton during the earlier Periscope. How about Amanda Oleander? Amanda Oleander was another one. And there was Drew, what's her name? The girl from Indiana. And, oh, there's a Heckle update. Yes, I was so young when my mom passed. I know. I was like, what was I? God. Well, I'm the baby, mind you, Tana. I know, not an easy time of the year for people missing loved ones. It seems like that always happened on, like around during the holidays. I mean, my grandparents passed away right around Christmas also, Liddy, I'm good, thank you. But you know what? I know my mom's been gone for 26 years, my dad for 28, but you know what? There's a part of my mom and a part of my dad that's in me, and You're getting it right now. You're getting a little hybrid of my mom and dad 24/7 whenever you hear or see me. Yeah, I was what? 1995, I was 20. I was 30. Yeah. Tana, I was 30. Imagine me with a lot more hair, a higher voice, no gray hair, really huge glasses, and some really bad 90s clothes. Yes, Newly, yes. I spoke with Steve, the co founder of Newly, tonight, and I'm encouraged. Simon is working on call ins. Yes, Simon's doing that. Newly has call ins already. And Simon has the map up there now. That map looks so cool. I love Simon. Simon's been a good friend to all of ours for so many years, 6, 7 years now. Truly amazing. What a creative genius, too, I must say. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's something that comes out down the road for Android or for yeah, Android and for our desktops. Ed's gonna have Pete Byron on the J&E show. When is that, Ed? Plug away, Ed. Plug away. Simon is working on call-ins, Newly to Utah. Hold on here. I'm catching up on comments here. Oh, hi, Joanne. How are you? Everyone say hi to the woman who got me to go live. It was her and Kama and Greg Lopez and WebEV and Sandy Choi, Joanne Family, ladies and gentlemen. She was the one that got me to go live way back in there. Oh my God, guys, prayers to Mike for reals. I'm so sorry for your loss. I didn't even know about that, Mike. I am so sorry. Yeah, Newly is like it's kind of a new, it's been around for a while. Newly used to be like a live streaming app that focused on travel. But now they're based out of Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, and they are now, it's on the Apple Store, so it's not in beta, it's a regular app, but it's trying to emulate what Periscope used to be like. And Steve told me that earlier today, pretty much up front. So, and he told me to plug that his stuff. So I'm like, okay. And Ash had the big glasses too. How big were they? We all had big glasses back then, but girls can wear big glasses now. But guys cannot. Jim, I saw Hong Kong Fooey socks. You saw some Hong Kong Fooey socks. Get them over to me. Yo Pickles did have a baby. Yes, I did have to update on my phone today, but not sure how long it was there. I will have to check that out. Newly is a new live, so it's not a new live streaming app. It's been around forever, but it's transitioning over to something a little bit different. Everyone's had a Joanne, everybody. Good seeing you, Joanne. How are you, my friend? What's happening? Yes, they lit Rockefeller Center today. I miss New York. New York is such a fun city. I miss New York. There's so many things I want to do there someday. Someday I'm going to get back there and get to the upper New York. Does the Newly crews seem like the type of folks that will take over their entire community without warning? Yeah, I was just going to say the red flags were up. I will say that Newly, it's one person, it's him and his buddy, so it's not a bunch of people. But I will say that they know about what's going on with HAPS and they saw what happened with Scope. So I'm treading carefully. I'm treading very carefully about this new app. Yes, Pete is on here sometimes as well. Yeah, he does stuff on Twitter Live. He does stuff over on YouTube. Pete is doing some amazing um, holiday light broadcasts over on YouTube around 6:30 Eastern, somewhere around there, 3:30 Pacific. Pete from Florida, Pete in Florida, or Florida Pete, continues to provide outstanding content, and it's just such a relaxing vibe. It's on for like 20 minutes, and that is it. But you wish he could go on forever because he is that good. He does. And one day I'll meet Pete. He seems like a really cool guy, as nice in person, I'm sure. I think Luis met him. Luis, are you still in here? Um, Mike, it's not easy to talk about it for a while. As a matter of fact, when I went to Disney World after my mom passed away, I went with my wife. It wasn't my wife then. I was dating my wife, and I went with her family to Disney World for a week. And I didn't want to talk about my mom for like the first 3 days. And then finally, when I got to Main Street, right near the Magic Kingdom, the castle, then I broke down and I started crying for about 5 minutes about my mom, because my father passed away 2 years before in '93, and then in '95 my mom passed away, And I just like literally, my wife just gave me a big hug. Well, back then we were dating, and she gave me a big hug back. So that solidified our, why we're still married all these years. Maureen and I have been married now for nearly, God, 26 years now? Oh my God, no, 24 years. 24 and a half years almost. Christmas in July. I would love to meet Pete someday. He seems super, super, super cool. I'm learning so much today on the stream. Yes, I know, Linny. Or Tana, Love Squirts. I was 30 years old at one time. Not right now. It isn't, Jim, with DeBazio and crime rates so bad again. Hey, I live in Chicago. Our crime rate's just as bad, if not worse. Ash Pauls has a confession to make. Well, this is what I love doing about this broadcast is that this candle's for you guys. Look deep into this candle. It is a sparkling cinnamon candle. And remember, we have one common bond, guys. We all met through Scope, or many of us met through Periscope. And if it wasn't for Scope, we wouldn't know each other right now. So we will have our philosophical differences in some things, but the cool part about this app, unlike television, is that we can listen and learn and support one another, you know? And there are no gross glasses. I had big, ginormous, I will show you a picture of my wedding. I have these huge, huge honkin' glasses. I'll show them on Saturday during my trivia night. I will bring out some really bad pictures. So it was my birthday as of oh my God, Ash, happy birthday. Happy 39. Everyone give Ash Pauls a very happy birthday. Your last years in your 30s. Enjoy. I'm telling myself, what were my 30s? Oh my God, I'd love to meet him someday, Liddy. That'd be super cool. And Ed's gonna be doing his broadcast on YouTube and on the Gram. Look at Ed; he's like a multi-platform kind of guy. Ash, everyone wish Ash Paul's a very happy 39th birthday. Tell me what it's like to be in your 30s. And Tana, tell me what it's like to be in your 20s. And Ed, I want to get back out to New York. I loved Los Angeles. I said I want to go back out to LA again, but I also promised people in the Northwest I'd go up to Seattle someday because there's, Wolf Puppy's been here twice. I kind of owe her to go to Seattle, right? So I want to get back out to Seattle and see her and my other friends in the Northwest. Happy birthday from Grunge Me. I want to meet Ed and Grunge over there in Chicago and talk EC or talk AEW wrestling. Coke bottle glasses, yeah, like Harry Carey used to have, Ed. I will find a picture of mine for you too. Oh my God, Ash, you got to share those with me. Seriously. I know this is a lot of great memories, you guys. You guys are looking deep into this candle right now. You're looking deep into this candle, and it's rekindling memories of Periscope days gone by. And nobody and no app can take that away from us. Remember that. Oh my God, Ash, I'm sure you look fine. You always look fine. Don't you worry about it. New York isn't that bad, and you can be frank. I love New York. New York is never bad. I went from about 55th down to Lower Manhattan, and then I went over to Staten Island for a little bit, and then I went over to that was it. I didn't have time to go to Brooklyn. I wanted to go to Brooklyn too, but I did not. But I had friends meet me over in Staten Island. I took the ferry over there, and we hung out. We were hanging out for a couple of hours, and then I took the ferry back past the Statue of Liberty, and then took the B train or the B line up to 44th, and then I got on and I got my stuff from my hotel, and I went back over to LaGuardia and flew back to Chicago. Mike went to Portland a few years back, met some folks from Interwebs. Oh my God, that is so cool. Portland is a fun, fun city. I loved Portland, I loved Seattle, I loved Tacoma, and I loved Vancouver. I want to go back so bad. I love Seattle. Seattle was such a good time. Seattle's fun. And Florida, Rada Moore. That's the man who's going to be taking over for Brian Williams on MSNBC. Imagine that block of television. You're going to have that lineup is going to be huge. Rada's going to take over for Brian Williams. You're going to have Rachel Maddow. You're going to have the Ed Show. You're going to have all of those guys all back to back to back on weeknights on MSNBC. Rada, we've got to get you on. Oh my God, Claire Means is amazing. I love Claire. What an honor it was to have her on my JS Live show, as well as having her on JS, the summer concert series. Super fun. Everyone, please follow Rada Moore. How are you? And he is breaking news quicker than all the news networks. He was the first one to tell me about the first, whatchamacallit, that first virus over in California today. Frank is going both places, and Ed, I hope Frank had a magnificent birthday. Frank is Ed's best friend, and Frank celebrated his birthday last week. I love Claire Mean. She is super cool. Polyscopes. Never watched Polyscopes much, or never met her either. Portland was amazing. Portland was amazing. I wanted to stay there longer, and I couldn't. I was so bummed. Bummed. No one tried to run me off the road in Portland like they do in Detroit. And I love Claire. She's on HAPS and goes live. Yes, that is correct. Is correct, Lenny. Yes, I love Claire. She's amazing. Detroit is a lot of fun. People gave Detroit a bad rap. And they give it a bad rap. And there are parts of Detroit that are absolutely amazing. The music scene is to die for. That Hamtramck Music Festival, there were about 40 bars that had 40 different bands or artists playing different genres of music. And I'm a music nerd. I cannot play any musical instrument, but I can talk you to sleep about songs and original talent. And oh, loved it. It was so fun. And the architecture of Detroit was to die for. And that meetup that Michelle Native Graffiti put together with great people like Julie Prunes and Nuclear Rabbit Dave and Justin and yes, a guy, you may know him, Trevor the Ambassador. Yes, Trevor the Ambassador was there too in that Detroit meetup. Lots of fun, lots of fun. Tana does not want to see Brian Williams go. Neither do I. I've always liked Brian Williams. He's a good man. He is kind of a condescending smartass too once in a while. Yes, but he was fun. He was fun. It's always good to get different opinions on things and not be on one side or the other. Just take it all in and have fun with it, you know? Um, a lot of fun people in here. I am just so honored and blessed to have you guys in here. I know people are asking about the Golden Squirrel Awards earlier. I know that Blaine and Piano Man were out of the loop on this. Um, but we broke the news back in September that there would be no Golden Squirrel Awards. I thought that that was more of a Periscope thing and to let it lie there and let it stay there where it belongs. There was talk about it, but there were so many changes on HAPS and people's coming and going. And then we saw what happened here with the 2:3 aspect ratio and the rebranding of HAPS. So maybe it was a good thing that we didn't do the Golden Squirrels this year, but we do have the memories, and I am going to share with you on Twitter, on my JS Scope handle on Twitter. I have archives of the Golden Squirrel Awards for your enjoyment. I'll be putting some of the old Golden Squirrels. I think I have one from 2016 that I'm going to share with you guys, and oh my goodness, you're going to see some old faces and some old presenters you have not seen in a half a decade. I'll have the 2017, 18, 19, and 20 awards as well. So make sure that you are checking me out. I should find my bio link here. Hold on. My bio link is somewhere in the building. It's also up on my Twitter page. So if you want to check out all my different links, you can check it out there at JS Scope. Rada, how are you, my friend? Great seeing you, everyone. Make sure that you check out Rada Moore. Truly an amazing contributor to this platform and on every platform that he goes live on. And Claire's also on Twitch, yes, and she does quite well there. And there's so many other great musicians on Twitch. I miss Calvin Thomas. I miss seeing Phil Luna, a bunch of other great people in there. Well, I lived there in environs for many years in the Detroit area. And you guys have Tim Hortons there, Mike. We don't have Tim Hortons here in Chicago. We need to take every Burger King in Illinois and convert it to Tim Hortons. They would make trillions. I heard this new girl from Canada on TV from Canada. Is she from Canada, Ed? Yes, Trevor the Ambassador is on here as well. Yes, Trevor is super cool. He is like, he's a kid. He's like a young kid. He's like in his 20s. And we went to some like retro video game place in like the west part of the loop, or the west part of downtown Detroit. And he's like playing all these retro video games like he knew them all along. He was really good at what he did. Um, Lisa Cara has a nice voice. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these new people on Haps yet. I mean, I want to commend Brian Ramirez. Brian Ramirez was recognized as a featured artist or featured stream this week. So big ups to Brian Ramirez. He's an old Hapster. And also, who is the dude, bicep guy? I always call him Hercules because he always plays a 12-string guitar with his and he always has like a tank top on, and he's super good though at guitar. He does like 12-string flamenco and Spanish guitar, the 12-string. Oh God, is it Al Sanchez? Oh, I forgot his name. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I will find it. Hold on. I will tell you who it is unless it beats me to the punch. Hold, please. Hold, please. Oops, we catch up in comments while I look it up here. Trevor the Penguin. Let's catch up in comments. God, my computer's awfully weird. Yes, the MLB lockout thing sucks. I know. I hate when the owners do that to the players. They need to realize that the fans come first. Ad did win one of the last Golden Squirrel Awards. Maybe we should rebrand the Golden Squirrel Awards. Yes, Joanne, we are thinking of rebranding it, and a suggestion was going to call it the Golden Squirt Awards because then it would be tied in with squirrels. Tana was going to say we should have like a lemon. We'll have a lemon for the Golden Squirrel Awards. Ed, I do have your last Golden Squirrel Award. I do. I still do have that here. Can't even do a Pupper Squirrel show on this mess, but I'm really looking forward to the archives. Yeah, I will share those out on my Twitter account. God, Joanne was a presenter. We had Doug and Allie. We had Louise Poppy. A lot of the people you've seen in here tonight were presenters. We were trying to get Tana and Mike to present, but they never responded. I was hoping to win a Golden Squirrel Award for Best Power Couple with Mike. Mike was nominated for a Golden Squirrel for Best Male Interactive Viewer a couple years ago. That warm candle warms me up right before Brian Williams. I was cold watching him, so thank you. My pleasure, Rada. My pleasure. This candle's for you, bud. Anytime, my friend. Let's see. Be patient, Tim. Let's see if they add some things in the future. Yeah, that's why I'm still on here. I like being on here because it's free. It doesn't owe me nothing. And, I know it's 2x3, but we'll give it some time. See what happens. I love Tim Hortons. Phil Luna is amazing. And he was one of our musical performers last year. We had Phil Luna, Claire Means. We had Jairus Cook, of course. We had Lizzie Bear. We had some great musicians at the awards last year. Super, super, super fun. Wonder if there's a band called the Golden Squirrels. I don't think there is, but there was a band called Four Squirrels back in the early 90s. They had a one-hit wonder called, or it was called Four Squirrels or Squirrels KC. I can't remember off the top of my head. He is an amazing guitarist. Yes. Al Sanchez. Thank you. Yes. Al Sanchez. Yes. The dude is good. He is like super, super, super good. The guy is just talented. He was on Carrie Long's show, a Half Stars, a couple of times. Truly amazing. Here he is. This dude. Al. This dude is the man. He is good. I mean, he's just like, he's just calm. He can interact, he can play the guitar. Yeah, I love that guy. I love Al. That guy is amazing. They had him on a couple of times. What happened to Guitar Man? I don't know. Calvin Thomas. Yeah, Calvin was on for a long time. He was at the Seattle meetup with Lizzie and Wolfie, and Carl Greco went out there to Seattle that weekend. I was invited to go too, but I had I had Riot Fest. I went to Riot Fest. Jairus is super cool. I love that guy. Yes, Jeff Squad and Fluffy won the Les Petscope Award back in the day. Let me see. Let me catch up. I'm on TikTok. Not yet. People are trying to talk me onto TikTok, but I'm just too old. I gotta stop saying that. There was a guy who scoped at his job, Toll Booth, Mass Pike. Vaguely remember that one, Mary. Vaguely remember that one. I remember the convenience store scopes. Remember those when someone would just set up a camera on a tripod and they would just sit behind the counter? Yes, Mike Samich. Remember Mike Samich? Yes, Mike Samich. Oh my God. I remember Mike Samich. These are good times. I love this. You guys are bringing up some good memories. No, not Carl Greco from Cheaters. Carl Greco from Chicago. Him, Chicago Dave. We had Chicago Nate. We had Janine. We had Coach Michelle Jackson. We had who else was from Chicago? Remember Ace Beck, Becca here from the northwest suburbs. She lived like Ace Beck. Becca lived like 20 minutes from my house. Who else used to be from Chicago back in the day? There was Tall Drink I met at the 2017 meetup. There was, oh my God, there were so many people from Chicago that used to scope back in the day, way back. Mike Tends to Travel was awesome. Loved him. He didn't want to be a presenter at the Golden Squirrels, though. That was kind of weird, but I understand he's kind of a press person and super busy. What is the topic tonight? We're just talking about listening, learning, and supporting one another. That was the original topic, but now we're talking about Rada. Who was the first Periscope broadcaster you remember seeing when you went live? I know. I will go on TikTok someday, Tana. Tana, what's your handle? Do you go on too? Do you put anything up or no? Yeah, Chicago Biker Nate. Yeah, Chicago Biker Nate. Yes, Nate. Nate, Chicago Nate. Not to be confused with Nate Gilbert of Thunder Crew fame. Um, Chicago Nate had the arm sleeves and he had a huge beard. He worked at a brewery I knew that I used to hang out at, and he was a huge Cubs fan. So we'd go to Cubs games and hang out. And Nate was super fun. Nate was super fun. And then the room bombers, 100 at a time would come into the rooms. Yeah, those were the room bombers. Those were people buying viewers to try to get super broadcaster. They were kind of compromising the Periscope system so they can get old VIP badges, and they would have like, it would say like 6K in their room, and there's like six people commenting, you know, and then they'd look at the metric, and there'd be like 7 or 8 people in the room, and then all of a sudden there's 6,000 people within a second. Chicago, hey, what's up, Groody? What's up, Groody? What's going on? Everyone say hi to Groot. Tomorrow night, he will have your college football lock of the week on Haps Huddle, 11 Eastern. Actually, be right after tomorrow night's football game, so make sure that you check that out. Mine was Share Hub Share of MTV. Don't remember Share Hub Share of MTV, unfortunately. You know what? Heineken King has been on Heckle lately, Groody. Groot, are you on Heckle? Because Heineken King is on Heckle. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. I mean, if I recreate a TikTok account, I will revisit. I will consider it. I've had certain people in my life who are friends on and off, and they're like, go back on TikTok. I was on once. I broadcast live on Heckle once, and that, not Heckle, on TikTok. I was in Tempe, Arizona. We just left a Cubs game, and we went to a bar in Tempe. It was, oh, what was the brewery called? Crap. Downtown Tempe, right near, like just west of Arizona State. I broadcast on Heckle, and I was by myself because my two other friends, my college professor friends, they had to go to some kind of a professor dinner or something, or an awards thing. So I met these two other people. One was from Denver and another one was from Vancouver, and they were Cub fans. So the two of them helped me do my first broadcast on TikTok, and it was just a disaster. We had a lot to drink. I'll just leave it at that. We had a lot of fun, but it was just, I just deleted it, and I'm like, I'm done with TikTok. I went back to Periscope. Heckle's a lot of fun. Simon's done an amazing job. Rita wants to know, I was watching Paul Ronsheimer, a based German journalist that went to Greece to report the Syrian refugees coming. Oh my goodness, yes. I do remember that. That was very intense because not a lot of the mainstream media was not covering that. BBC World News did. I'm getting water. Um, BBC World News and Reuters, Rada, covered that story about the Syrian refugees going into Greece, and it was just seeing the surge of people in those cramped spaces getting trampled. I remember they were getting trampled there. It was just downright frightening. Um, the brewery I was thinking of, I have a T-shirt of theirs. It's not Four Peaks because they're owned by Budweiser now. It was called, oh God. Hold on, I got a picture of it. It seems like I got a picture for everything, don't I? I think Grunge and I are going to go to bed. All right, everyone, say goodnight to the amazing Ed and Grunge, everybody. Make sure you check out the J&E show with special guest Pete from Florida, and that is coming up, I believe, in whatchamacallit. Is that tomorrow night, Ed? Is that tomorrow night, sir, if I'm not mistaken? So make sure you check him out as well. Good night, Ed. All right, let me show you the picture of. Oh, I got the picture of the meetup. I don't know if Louise is still in here. I think I have a picture of the brewery. I swear to goodness. Next week. Okay, so a week from tomorrow night. I will make note of that, sir. All right, here is the place I went to. This was 2019, wasn't it? Hold on, guys. I will find you the picture. I know there's nothing more exciting than me sharing a picture of me at a brewery. You're going to like it, though. It's worth it. Well, there's this place. This is in Arizona. This is called Angel's Trumpet. This was in downtown Phoenix. And I thought downtown Phoenix shut down at like after business hours. Downtown Phoenix is fun. It's a good time. DJ Moose of mine spins on the rooftop nearby, and Angel's Trumpet is an exceptional ale house. I love that place. And Tana, if you ever make it down to Arizona in March for spring training in Arizona, in Tempe, that is going to be trouble. That is absolute trouble. I think I spent about, right before COVID, I spent uh, excessive amounts of money on Ubers everywhere. Everywhere I flipping went, it was ridiculous. The other good brewery in Arizona I like also is the State 48 Funk House, and that's over in West Suburban Glendale. This place was exceptional too. That is the place where um, DJ Dizzy almost blew lunch in the parking lot after our meetup, and Musa had to drive her home. Musa Mine had to drive her home. That's when they were still together and everything. This was us at the, let's see, this is in Camelback. This is in Arizona as well. That's where the Dodgers and the White Sox play. Come on, focus, focus. No, all right, can be difficult. Trouble is your middle name. That's not good. Because, oh crap, where is it? I swear to God, was it 2020? Right, maybe it was right before COVID. Hold on. Hold, please. I swear I had a blast there. It was just absolute fun. Here we go. This is the place where I was at. And I was so happy. And so, I was in bad shape. God. Oh my God. Ooh, that Mr. Softy ice cream. Oh yeah. Here you go. Here it is. There's Mr. Softy. Who likes soft serve ice cream? That's what you have when it's like 90 degrees and you're in Arizona. You have Mr. Softy. It's soft serve ice cream after you had like 4 or 5 beers, and that gives you energy to go out at night. Holding out, not letting go. I know. Yeah, oh, hold on. I think I found it. Is this it? Where did my professor buddies go? They're not in here. Ah, screw them. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. It's called Pedal House. Pedal House Brewing Company. How many rattlesnakes did you encounter in Arizona? You know what, Lenny? I've never ever seen a whatchamacallit. I've never seen a rattlesnake or any kind of snake in my life in the open, like in cages at the zoo, obviously, but never in Arizona. And I've never seen a scorpion. Never seen a scorpion, believe it or not, Lenny. Soft serve dipped in Captain Crunch. Oh my God! Now you're talking. Oh my God! That or crunch berries. Do crunch berries. What's that little 1 mile square town in the middle of Tempe? That's called a bunch of ASU kids. That's over on University and Mill, near Fifth and Mill, in that area. Yeah, this is the brewery right here. Look, I don't know if this picture is going to do any justice. God, this phone sucks. Here we go. I need a new phone. When you zoom in, there's the glass. Pedal House Brewing Company, right there in beautiful Tempe, Arizona. That place was amazing. No, this was a Native American Mexican town. That I do not know. Or a tarantula climbing up the wall, bigger than the size of a grapefruit. No, thank you. I don't think there's tarantulas in Arizona. They're only on the Brady Bunch. Oh crap, I don't remember. Oh, here's Tempe. Here, we'll see. This is my playground. This is my spring playground right there. Tempe, Arizona. That's looking southeast. Coming over the bridge from Mesa, over the 202, coming into Mesa, or into Tempe. Oh, that's so fun. I know. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Liddy's talking about tarantulas and rattlesnakes and scorpions and all kinds of creepy crawler things. Um, oh my God, where is the other one here? Oh my God, but there were so many things to do. I mean, there. I missed it. I missed Arizona. It was amazing. Um, this is what this is what all my friends in LA want to do, like Joanne and everybody. Joanne's like, "All right, Jimmy, come on, time to come back to LA. Come to Los Angeles. Come back to LA." Someday. I don't like poisonous things or huge spiders, and I hate any kind of snake. I don't blame you. I know, Cher, spring training is the ultimate. I do love it. It is truly amazing. I want to find the oh God, I got some old Periscope meetup pictures here if you want to see those. Check this out. This is from I think I have a group picture from 2018 or 2019. Here, check this out. This is a funny. This is if you remember Janine, she just had a birthday recently. That was the Hawaii episode. Yes, it was Tana. That was the one where they had taboo, the bad luck. Remember the picture frame almost fell and hit Bobby in the head, and the spider was on Peter, and Alice threw her back out, and Greg wiped out on the surfboard at the surfing competition, and all the bad luck things happened to the Brady's on Hawaii because of taboo bad luck. Yaqui Indian tribe mainly in Guadalupe. See, I didn't know that, Mike. That's cool to know. That is cool to know. There is Janine, JMTSQ. She just had a birthday last week. And it's Carl Greco, not from Cheaters, Ed. And then that's me. That's from 2019. Not from Cheaters, Tim and Ed. And because of that, I'm going to show you my Elmhurst Brewing Company Oktoberfest glass. There it is. I broke that. I got it that night and I broke it. Because there was a free haul of leftover beer that they're letting me take to the car, and in transit, I dropped the glass, rolled off the top of the box, and it shattered all over the street. Never going to Hawaii. I love Hawaii. No, there's no tarantulas in Hawaii. Tana, there are no tarantulas in Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii 3 times. Remember that show Cheaters? How about Eliminate? Remember the show Eliminate? That was another show that cracked me up. I never went to whatchamacallit. I can't say I've ever been to I've been to Hawaii 3 times. Been to Maui 3 times and Oahu once. It was a lot of fun. I owe you dinner at Ralph Lauren's restaurant in Chicago. I've never been to Ralph Lauren's, Rada. You know what you need to go to, Rada? RPM Steak. RPM is a good place to check out too. RPM Steak is dope. Love that place. If you like steak or if you like ribs, go to Twin Anchors over on North and Sedgwick in River West. That place is also amazing. I also dig whatchamacallit. What was the other place I really digged? There was, oh God, um, I gotta get you to D'Agostino's for thin crust. That's always good. Never been to Hawaii because of that Brady Bunch episode. Are you scared, really, Tana, because of that? Oh my God, Chris! Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Gales Music. Big ups to Mr. Chris Gales for drawing nearly 1 million views on his broadcast from beautiful Beale Street in beautiful Memphis. Everyone, make sure you are following Chris on all socials, including the likes of Haps, as well as on Twitch. He was on Twitch earlier this evening. How are you, Chris? What's going on, buddy? What's going on, man? We got all the cool people coming in here. We had Joanne, we have Rada in here, we had Louise Poppy, we have Tim, we've got Lenny, we had Leslie in here, all that good stuff. God, I miss Memphis, and well, the ribs are also good in Kansas City because I always preferred, I didn't like the vinegar based. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind the vinegar, but the steak over at, you would have liked, whatchamacallit for good steak, Chicago Prime, Rada. If you want some good Chicago area steak from the stockyards, look no further than one of my favorite places, and it was called Chicago Prime. It is unbelievable. Working and entering my shows for December. Yes! And guys, make sure you check out Chris if you're down in Memphis. There's all these holiday gigs coming up, and Chris is going to be hustling down there and playing some great tunes, originals, as well as some covers. Truly, it was an honor having him on my on numerous programs. My JS Live show. He was a Golden Squirrel nominee, and he was also on the JS Live Summer Concert Series. And the trivia question, that episode where Chris was on my JS Live show outside on the Catalyst patio, when you watch Beardo and Weirdo, when they got Chris to do the Lamistad, Chris was on my show right before Beardo and Weirdo back in the summer. Yes, you were a nominee several times, Chris. Yeah, we're not doing a Golden Squirrel Award anymore. Yeah, because we're not. Periscope was a whole different animal. You know what I mean? Perhaps in a good way, I'm glad we didn't do a Golden Squirrel this year because of what happened here with the rebranding of the app and the layout, and a lot of the people bailed. And I know. Yeah, you were nominated. Yeah, Claire Means won a couple of times. Angel's Piano won once. Who else won? I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head. Who else won live music broadcast? Um, did Jairus win? Jairus, I think, won once, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm going to be replaying on my JS Live, or my Scope handle on Twitter. I'm going to post links where you can watch the Golden Squirrels. I think I have links for all 5. I did last year. I'll do it again this year if I can get the links. And I'm telling you, I'm warning you guys, the 2016 Golden Squirrels were a part of Thunder Crew and the Thursday Night Thunderscope. So it was like an hour long, and there was no presenters. We were just like talking out loud, and people would vote like when they would comment in the fields, and we would type stuff in. It was just archival. But the last one we did last year, that's a whole different one. Oh, yes. Funny you mentioned that, Rada. I met with Steve from Newly, Neuwly. I met with Steve Christensen, the co-founder of Newly, this evening. He demoed this app called Newly, and it has a look and a feel of the old Scope. But like I said, they're rebranding it. It was originally designed for people who travel. And there's the app. Let me start it over again. My apologies. Let me start over. Here we go. So if I hit live here, boop. See, there's like a herd. It's like there's like a buffalo, so it's like a herd. So matter of fact, Ash is on right now. Remember Ash Pauls? She's on right there. So download it if you have iPhone. Download the app and tell them that I sent you. Or Rada. But it's amazing. Yeah, it's called Newly. Joey, and I'll tell you about it a little bit. Neuwly. I met with Steve Christensen. They're trying to make the user interface look kind of like, let me see if I can get it to go live here. I'll do a sample. Here's the, look at the profile page. Here's an example of what it looks like. Hey, it looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's called Newly. And instead of a crowd, they call it a herd, Herd, kind of like Chicago Dave when you had the morning herd, you know. But it has a pretty cool, if someone decides to do a future broadcast, if you want to watch like trivia with me, or if you want to watch Catalyst, you book it, you could share it, and then it will notify you when we go live. It is pretty neat. I'm going to try this thing over the weekend. and give it a shot here and see what happens. And let me see if I get my profile. Here I am. Yeah, I'll send you something, Tana. Absolutely. I will let you know. But that's me over on Newly, Jim in Chicagoland. London, how are you? How are you feeling? Give me some prayer emojis for my girl London, my fellow Chicagoan. She had a rough week at the ER, rough night at the ER. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. Yes, and everyone, yeah, please subscribe to and follow Chris Gales, amazing broadcasters. I love you, Tana. Have a great evening, my friend. I will DM you later on. Absolutely. Yeah, so this is my profile page pretty much. So what you do is you create an event. Like if I want to do, my football show tomorrow night, I'll create an event tomorrow night. I can see who else is going to be on it other given nights. Um, and then there's ways where you can either make it a free event or you can make it a pay event. So that way you get paid for your broadcasts. Are you better? Oh, good for you, London. I miss you. Hope you're doing okay. We will get together sometime, I promise. We'll get everyone together. We'll get the game. Well, it's called Newly. I mean, I'm experimenting. I'm playing a lot with Heckle. I'm doing a test flight for Simon for Heckle, and then I'm doing something for Newly, Neuwly. I met with Steve Christensen, the co-founder, tonight, and let me see if I can find. Hold on, stand by. I'm still learning this app. Ooh, I don't want to go live. Oh, look at people already on here. Look at this. Jay Forsyth giving me a shout out. Luis Poppy is on there. There's Steve. So pretty neat. We're starting to get like a little chat or little community going on there. The app is called Newly, Newly. Yeah, and Mary just downloaded it. Like I said, we're going to give it a shot. It's free. I mean, we've got nothing to lose. It's kind of like a similar. You can do 16:9. You can go widescreen on here, so you can go landscape on this, which is also a big upside. Other questions I asked him. Let's see here. They have their own server. Okay. They have a cloud they have a nearline cloud, which is going to enable you to get replays or have replays on your timeline. They're using Google Firebase, I believe, for that as well. And I think their live stream stuff is uploaded to an S3. And they have a little thing there for circles, and they call it shout out. Yes, it's Newly. And it's for iPhones only so far. Nothing for desktop, nothing for Android yet. I am on Heckle now, as I've been on Heckle forever. And now I'm test flighting that for Simon. And then Newly, I met with Steve, the co-owner, tonight, and he is super cool. Yeah, so like I said, they're going to have in Q2, Q3, they will have Android, and they'll also have stuff for the desktop. So I can do stuff from home. I don't have to do a tripod, per se. Originally, the app was like a travel app. It would supplement, travel casts and everything like that with, other actualities. But now they're beginning to try to rebrand it because they know there's a fallout from HAPS. You didn't hear that from me. Yeah, like I said, I mean, and Rada, have you gone live, Rada? I'm gonna start adding people, and I'm gonna start watching you guys, and watching all you other people in here. It came out of beta back in August. You have the choice of doing like a pay-per-view model. So like say for example, oh, you want to play trivia, huh? It's going to cost you $1, because it helps pay for Ashley's medical cannabis. And we used to get 1,000 people in the room. It's not like I'm gonna have 1,000 people on my broadcast. However, it does kind of supplement my income. Oh, I am Jim in Chicagoland, and you're on just as Joanne. Awesome. Yeah, and here, Rada just jumped on, and it says, Rada, added you to his herd. Yes, so it's not you're not following some, it's a herd. So it's now a herd. Pretty interesting. Here is my crap. Thing sucks. Hold on. Here's me. Look at that. There's Jim in Chicagoland. Yes, there I am. You have these apps on Twitter with your info. Um, I did not add Newly or Heckle to my bio link. I will add those on later. So Jim in Chicagoland. Here I am. I'm right in front of the water tower. You can't miss me. I'm about to get hit by a Lexus. I remember I took that picture right on Michigan Avenue near Erie. No, Huron, near Huron in Michigan. And someone in a Lexus almost hit me with a 370. Yeah, I know, I know. Usually it's like a 1997 Toyota Corolla hitting me. Because that's what you usually see in downtown Chicago. You don't see Lexuses downtown. But anyway, you get the idea. I remember the car that almost hit me, and I literally almost like took my phone in my hands, almost pounded the hood of the car. What are you watching? Watch out! No, anyway. So yeah, so there's some new things going on for this. The other thing I was mentioning about this app, what other comments I had here? What else did I write down here? There's like an activity feed. There's a me page for like your profiles, your purchase. That was the one I just showed you. There's a Herd community field that you saw earlier with people's comments. It's pretty much like a kind of like a better version of Slack. Slack never worked for me. I hate Slack with a vengeance. I can't believe Restream uses it. Or no, was it Bionic or Restream? Restream uses it. And then there was also something else off the top of my head I was going to mention to you. Yeah, and you could also create events and you could put on different socials. So you can put up on the gram, you could put stuff up on Twitter, whatever. But there's no way of multicasting yet, but we're working on it. Wanting to know if the guy driving the Lexus that almost hit you was Carl Greco from Cheaters. What's funny is the Greco that I spoke of does have a Lexus. I kid you not. Greco has a Lexus, but it's like a four-door sedan. It's not a SUV. Because my neighbors down on the court over here, part of their four-door Lexus and bought a 570 or like a big Lexus SUV down the street from here on the court. That's too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, I'm curious to see what this app does. I think the guy used to be in Periscope. He never acknowledged broadcasting before. This co-founder I met, he didn't. He kind of remembered me. Didn't remember Golden Squirrels. Didn't remember Thunder Crew, but remembered me kinda. Remembered Luis Poppy, Joanne's name sounded. I started name dropping to see. I started naming. I started saying like names like Claire Means, and I mentioned Sandy Choi. I mentioned Ron Waxman. I mentioned who else did I mention back in the day? Amanda Oleander. I mentioned Boop Fashionista. Rebecca. All of them. A lot of us jumped ship to OK Live since Haps is still acting up. It's exactly like Periscope. Oh, it's Twitter Live. Twitter Live is the same thing. Mineral Man, what's going on, sir? Welcome to Catalyst. We have 8 minutes left to go on this fabulous Wednesday evening here. We're talking about new apps and everything else. We're listening, learning, and supporting one another. We do this every Wednesday night, guys, here on Haps. We're doing it on Periscope. We're doing it here on Haps, and we're simulblasting over to YouTube via my Jim in Chicagoland handle, as well as Twitch. Also, Jim in Chicagoland. Twitter Live, which is still JS Scope, and over on the Gram, I believe. But actually, we're not on the Gram. Good seeing you. What is going on, sir? How have you been? A lot of us could do Twitter Live because people were getting banned left and right. Yeah, there was a time where basically the Jack era of Twitter, you could type in Bob Seger on a music quiz, and you would get muted because it said Bob. I kid you not. It literally said Bob. I was dying. I was dying. How's everything over there in beautiful South Africa, Mineral Man? How have you been? I haven't seen you in eons. What's going on? What's happening? Hope you're doing good. I'm just gonna say the new variant's very active here. My prayers go out to all of everyone in South Africa and all the other countries in Africa who um, are affected by this new variant. And the first variant case was reported earlier today in California here in the States. So we'll see, see what happens here. I'm hoping that this one is short-lived and it goes away quickly. I'm trying to find my BioLink page for you guys because I do want to share this with you. Let me see if I go to the next page here. Here we go. I want to share my BioLink page with you guys. Let's see if I can do this. View my page, tweet this. I now have a blue badge. I feel so privileged. Let's see if this works. I'm going to do copy paste. Hold on here. I can't see. It's pitch black in here. Geez, you thought I was doing a broadcast on like a Catalyst broadcast or something, right? Here we go. Tim, are you and Ella going on live tonight for some late night Bickerson shenanigans? I'm just curious to see if you guys are going live tonight. Let's see if this works. Doink. That's my BioLink right there. Click on that, and that should have pretty much everything you need to know about me. Pretty much my links to YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Haps, Twitch, pretty much. All right, no, Rita, you are a pioneer, my friend, and you are going to be taking over the 11th hour. It'll be the 11th hour with Rita Moore live from Tampa. And you'll have like the green screen with like the Tampa, like with the the bay behind you with the buildings, and then you'll just be like breaking news. I mean, better, they should position you up against the old spot where Chris Cuomo used to be, because you would knock out everybody. Tim's in bed listening and he's working the clock tomorrow, so he's got to be resting up. He's got the 24-hour gig going on tomorrow, trying to sleep. So what better way than to listen to Jim and look at a candle? Yeah. Do you notice that sometimes, like when you're having so much fun on a broadcast, and this happened to me with you, Tim, and with you and Ella, and when Uke Berry used to be on. I love Uke Berry. When those guys used to be on super late at night, and I couldn't sleep, and I have anxiety attacks. I couldn't sleep, and CBD didn't work either, as far as like the little lotions I use on my arms and my neck and everything. I would watch like Tim and Ella, or I'd watch Uke Berry, and I would just stay up all night. I'd be a wreck the next day, but I'd be like, man, I had so much fun on their cast last night. I can't fall asleep because you keep thinking of Carl Greco from Cheers. Oh, that's so funny. Oh God. Oh God. I'm telling you, hell's kicking me out. Hell doesn't want me either. I'm telling you. Telling you. Hey, tell you what, I can tell you tomorrow night is that we have Haps Huddle after tomorrow night's Thursday night football game. Jump on here. We're going to be making week 13 in the NFL. We're going to be talking about my ever slumping, and I'm no longer in first place fantasy football team. We'll preview week 13 in the NFL. We'll talk fantasy football. We'll talk about injuries. We'll have some spreads for you, some over-unders, all that kind of fun stuff. If you love football, tomorrow night is the night, guys. Haps Huddle after Thursday night football, about 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific here on Haps, so please check that out. Also, Friday night, make sure that you check out Mr. Tim Conrad and the lovely Ella, the bunny mom, for the Bickerson's Late Night Shenanigans. You guys are going to go on after Biro and Weirdo? And you're going to be on Twitch, or are you going to be on Haps, or both? Or how you going to... Have you guys made the jump over to Twitch also? Or what's going on? Let me know where you guys are at. And let our viewers know, too, as a matter of fact. Both. Cool. Okay. Because I'm on Twitch now. I'm on Haps. I'm on YouTube for the first time tonight, which is very weird. Ashley is all excited I'm on YouTube now because she watches nothing but YouTube all day and all night. And she's like, Michigan, oh, the maize and blue. Can't say it too loud because my wife and daughter are sleeping upstairs. And then Saturday, I'm doing trivia. All new categories, all are welcome. Join me for trivia on Saturday night. That'll be a lot of fun. It's 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. All new categories, all are welcome. So check out Saturday night trivia. And if you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, you can play too. Actually, I'm not going to be on YouTube because I can't play music on YouTube. So I'll probably mute the YouTube channel. But Twitch and Twitter and here will be on Saturday. So join us. Yeah, so Tim tried out Twitch the other night with StreamYard. You know what? I experimented with StreamYard and no me gusta. So I skipped StreamYard and I bought a subscription to Restream. I was talking with Chantal and Bobby Bicker, and Chantal said go with Restream. So I didn't talk to Bobby Bicker about that. She mentioned it. Chantal was talking to Bobby, and then Chantal told me to go to Restream, and I got like a Black Friday special. It was like $90 for a whole year. So I will have landscape, I will have picture-in-picture, I will have lower thirds, I will have bugs, I will have video storage, archive, all of that. Restream is super fun, Joanne. Absolutely. I am excited about using it. I'm still learning it though. I am all thumbs right now. I'm just beginning to get acclimated to the user interface. They have a deal on AppSumo. Yeah, I didn't take the super high end one, but the low end one was like $90 for a whole year instead of 180. I'm like, sign me up. I'm in. Bob Ufer reminded me. I miss Bob Ufer. He reminded me of this recording from the radio broadcast when the Hindenburg exploded. Bob Ufer, when he was the voice of Michigan football, he did a game against Ohio State. It wasn't even the end of the first quarter. Dennis Franklin was the quarterback. They had Easy Edge and Shadowsworth in the backfield. They needed like 2 inches to get a touchdown. It was like 4th and goal. Ohio dug in with a 9-man front. They were power right to the right side. And then Dennis Franklin literally got a block from Shield at the 4, and Dennis Franklin got in for the touchdown to give Michigan a 9. It was like 10-9 or something like, or 9-9, pending an extra point. Supertoe came in to kick an extra point, and he's like going, "Here's Supertoe, it's an over, it's a tied up game, 10-10," and he's like screaming like it's like the end of the game, and he's out of his mind. So, all right, Mineral Man over there in South Africa, have a great Thursday afternoon, sir. Take good care of yourself, my friend. Be good. Dennis France. Oh, Dennis France from NYPD Blue. Can't forget him. Holy crap, it's midnight here in Chicago. I got martial law. I got to go. I want to thank all of you guys for spending your night here next to this Catalyst candle tonight. Second week of our sparkling cinnamon candle tonight. So thank you to all of our great people here. Joanne, thank you for being here. And also big ups to Luis Papi, to Blaine for dropping by, to Tana, to Timmy Conrad over there, Mineral Man over in South Africa, Mike Fariel's in Michigan, Celtic Mary over in beautiful the Northeast. Also, big ups to all of you replay viewers. Also to Rada Moore over there in beautiful, scenic Florida. My girl London over on the northwest side of the city here in Chicago. Also, a big shout also to Chris Gales for dropping by. Make sure you check out Chris Gales' music. Great musician. Also, big ups to Brian Sanchez too, to Linny, to all of you replay viewers. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow night for Habs Huddle, the best of Week 13 in the NFL, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, over most of this Habs network. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Until next time. And Gina! Good night, Gina. Take care. All right, next time, this is Jim from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, bidding you a very pleasant good evening.